So what are you here today and what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, I'm just going to send a very simple message. I mean, you can deny reality all you want, but after a certain while, you're going to have to accept the facts as they are.
And what are those facts?
The fact is that Joe Biden won legally. Now people may not necessarily like that, but that's just how it is. And 61 court cases plus Supreme Court have all more or less arrived at the exact same conclusion. All kinds of fake news and allegations without any kind of evidence whatsoever should be challenged. And my general understanding is that people are out here to continue to cause more divisiveness, and maybe they should just have somebody tell them outright what's going on.
It's clear you have a personal opinion on the people that plan to protest today. So what is that opinion?
Can I take that actually?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So my personal opinion on the matter is they're misguided. You know, they've spent 8 years now, let's just say, where they had a really crappy economic situation, right? They didn't really have any kind of unified leadership. And then this demagogue comes along and tells them exactly what they want to hear. I actually feel a little bit of sympathy for that. You know, it sucks. The situation in the United States sucks. But the answer to that is not to deny reality and to sow divisiveness. It's to come together. We're all one team. We're all one fight. And that fight is the continued prosperity of this great experiment called the United States. And if we give in to delusion, if we give in to fantasy, and we get away from reality, then where does that leave us?
There was a riot on Capitol Hill a couple weeks ago, and everyone's still shaken up about that. When you saw what was happening unfold, what were your opinions?
I was absolutely horrified. I spent 8 years defending this country from enemies, foreign and domestic, and I really, really, really hoped I would never have to see people acting in that way who are domestic.
So thank you for your service, and I know you served in the military. You know, from a military perspective, I mean, just to see the country become so divided, what is that like?
Well, I think I saw it coming for a number of years. We've seen a very slow shift to the right in United States politics where everything essentially to the left of neoconservatism was seen as the left, the scary socialist left, whereas it wasn't. And that's not the country that I ever wanted to see. That's not what I ever wanted to see in my life. I fought for unity. I went out there and did my damnedest for 8 years, not for this, but for a better future. One where we can gradually overcome the barriers that are in our way and become better people and grow.
What do you see as Biden's top priorities in the coming days?
Well, my understanding of Biden's top priorities, and I consider myself something of an independent, so I'm giving him a fair shake, as I always do. We'll be dealing with the pandemic. We'll be dealing with the massive recession that's underway. I mean, last week, a report came out that 1 million people filed for unemployment for the first time. That is going to be the number one priority. We have a pandemic to beat, and we can't do it just by pretending it doesn't exist. And my general impression of the current administration's policies for the last, let's say, a year now, has been pretending that it doesn't exist.